Alright, welcome to Couch Talk, the talk show featuring apparently a lot of dudes on the couch. With me today,
Quite a few.
Indeed.
Killing yourself in this game is not nearly as rewarding as I thought it would be.
Did you already do that?
Yeah, once.
Oh, okay. I'm Trent, your host, and with me I have Kenny and Benny here.
I'm Peter.
Oh,
Don't worry, guys.
Benny's over here.
He'll into the cut. No, but yeah. So this is Peter,
Peter, and that's Benny.
and Benny over there, and Joe.
Joe, okay.
You can
So,
see me.
welcome to the fun zone.
You can tell this is going to be fantastic already. And anyway, today we are playing a bit of Portal 2, and we're going to be talking a bit about virtual
stat.
reality. Where are we going?
I just went way ahead. Sorry, I'm gonna go with yours. Because this is clearly my color.
I'm proud of you, Kenny.
I can do
You have
colors.
one job.
And
here,
shapes.
Let's start on number one.
But I pressed it. Oh.
Anyway, we're going to be talking a bit about virtual reality and... Are we in the wrong?
Yeah, we have to another
Okay.
ones. Dang it.
And basically, we're going to talk about whether it's going to be a continuing trend in the next few years and whether or not that's the future of gaming. Now, recently, last month, at CES, there were quite a few announcements regarding headsets for virtual reality. Like the Oculus got a new model announcement and accompanying. Yeah, it's like a new advance. Like there's a higher quality now, and they
I actually. Oh, yeah, no, I did hear about that. That's right.
yeah, and accompanied by the name of Razer is I think you have to.
Oh, do I? Should I? Okay, you say that. I'll go ahead.
Okay, and accompanied by the name of Razer is now developing their own virtual reality headset as well. That's open source.
Mhm.
So that's really cool, which means people can like mess around with it and tinker with it and add on different things.
Like with Google Glass, they have like, you know,
world becoming
virtual.
Yeah, but that just got shut down recently.
Oh, really? Did?
Yeah, because it went the way of Google Plus. Just no one used it.
Yeah, I mean, it's an expensive. I wouldn't say silly. It's cool, but it's an expensive, just not worth it kind of thing. So, like, it's cool. If it was cheaper, it'd be cool, but you just look kind of silly, and it was just a very niche item for people who could afford it. So, I mean, that's unfortunate because it was a cool idea with pushing the boundaries of virtual reality, but I can see that.
Yeah,
I think my question is, when are we going to get the holodeck?
probably not.
But I want the holodeck.
I think we all do, Kenny.
But think about it. See, the famous quote is, the holodeck is the end of humanity. Why can't we just end it now and just have a great time doing it? Because we could just be fighting famous battles, and Benny, you could be a dragon.
this is what the
I'd do anything to be a dragon.
Exactly. But the Oculus Rift looks pretty cool. It's got that huge, like,
Mhm.
whack screen.
I mean, it reminds me of, I don't know if you've ever played like there's like that arcade game where you like pull down
Yeah, I
the
love
helmet
that thing
over
where you
your
spin
head.
and shoot with the tanks and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, dude, no. It does kind of look like that. You're right. It
Yeah.
resembles that. Because the thing I always liked about the Oculus Rift, I remember you mentioned this earlier, Trent, was the treadmill, the omnidirectional, like, treadmill thing you stand on.
Yeah, it like the text which way you move, it has like little sensors, and you like it doesn't actually move itself. You just kind of run in place, and it moves your character. Which that combined with the Oculus is kind of the perfect immersion, because there's also another video with Half-Life 2 where they did it with Oculus, and they had like a gun with it, and it was really cool.
Yeah, that's one thing. I remember seeing that when they're playing Call of Duty or something, and he actually could use the gun with it.
Yeah.
Like, that's, like, I think the ultimate level of immersion. Okay, no, but for real, though. Imagine this, if you could play one game virtual reality, let's say if you had to test one out, which one would you prefer? Any game you've ever played.
Any game or any
Yeah. Any game. Let's say if you
virtual
had
reality
the
stuff?
option to do any game in
Like,
virtual reality.
Any game's becoming a virtual reality game.
Yeah, like, you know they have the Skyrim virtual reality, like anything like
Skyrim,
that.
Fallout, one of the open world sandbox games.
Pokemon.
Oh my god. If they could actually have 3D one, that could look horrifyingly awesome. If you
What?
could actually like, have a device you see like you're
Yeah.
throwing a Pokeball, like it detects you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be so cool. I would love that. Because I was thinking, I want something more terrifying than that so I don't sleep at night. What I would
And
do-
then Pokemonomy would be like even like.
we used to pet them. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say and feed them. No, that'd be awesome. But you guys remember? I can't remember what's the game where they had the huge head that spits out the
You're welcome,
squares.
Claire.
The squares?
Yeah, the one that's like.
Rah.
Are you referring to Andros?
Yeah, I want to play Andros.
Oh,
That was a Star Fox game.
Was that really?
he's Starbucks. Yes.
He was a boss.
Well, I would play Andros in the Star Fox game. So yeah, just so I got that thing shooting like bricks at me while I dodge it. Imagine never sleeping again.
Pokemon's a really good one.
That is
It
a pretty
is,
solid
yeah,
one,
really
Joe.
good
Yeah, I was gonna
option.
say you may have beaten everybody with that.
I'd probably go with something like Skyrim or Oblivion, because that's kind of the classic adventure thing where you fight dragons and Yeah, you'd be able to use magic
I think
and
pretty
all
good.
that kind of stuff. So
Oh, never
I
mind.
think that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that's like the fantastic thing about it, because I feel like virtual reality is made for those adventure games. Like you could play it with a shooter and it's fun. Like you're more immersed and it feels like you're in the action. But when you're actually like talking to people, living through the epic fantasy they make for you, it's like being in like D&D or another like role playing game, but you are in direct control.
Razer wasn't the only one to announce their own like virtual reality type deal. There's another company, I don't remember the name.
Right.
It was this
We're good.
awful looking headset that you see something out like of a 1980s movie that just looked like a mix between a xenomorph and
Was it
I don't
Predator?
know.
So it
wasn't
sounds
Predator, it's more
awesome to
like
me
the-
thus far.
It was like the
He's right. That's not pretty cool.
it's this giant head thing that weighs like 5 pounds and
Less
it
awesome.
covers your entire head, and it does not look comfortable, but it has like built-in headphones.
Strong neck muscles.
So that could be a plus. Like,
Wait, you said this is Razors?
no, this is a different company.
Oh, okay.
They dubbed it the Oculus Killer.
Oh. So I'm sorry, how can you dub something that if yours is clearly just not in the development stages that theirs in? Like, it's a killer, but you at least need a little more backing up power before you start making some big allegations.
We already covered like what the best games would be, the worst games, what already exists in terms of virtual reality. The real question is, will this continue? Will this continue
if
to
any
advance to the
clover.
point of something like
Wait.
Sword Art Online, which, for those not familiar, is a show about gamers going into the first ever virtual reality MMO
Maddie,
and
you locked
becoming
yourself
fully
in there.
immersed in the world, like
Yeah.
being able to feel and sense and smell and touch everything. And of course, it comes with a cost. Like if they die in the game, they're dying in real life.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
kind of a big
why-
thing I hope they wouldn't do.
Yeah, which is if it ever does become a real thing, I'll let everyone else try it first, and then.
Yeah, Peter had a good point. Wait 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 20 years after people say it's safe.
Yeah, you're not dying in the game. You're like, okay, yeah, now I'll trust this game. It's a normal game.
Yeah, it would be a great big. It's a great big
See, there
fantasy
it
for
is.
all gamers to
Shoot
be able
there,
to actually
and
do
then there.
what you do in video games.
So you
and
get the
fully
airplane
experience
there.
it. Like in
Yeah.
GTA, if you're in a helicopter or plane, you
Oh,
jump
man.
down and parachute out with your friends and just have, and then immediately hijack a car or something.
Right.
And that's something that I think everybody would enjoy quite a bit. And what do you guys think? Do you think this technology will eventually be possible, or?
I think it's very possible. Whether or not it's going to happen in our lifetime is debatable, because things move very fast. But this is something that's going to be questioned a lot as it goes along.
I think we should just go ahead
No,
and
I
wrap
think
things
you
up.
can just leave down.
This has been Trent.
Oh, Joe.
And Benny.
I'm Peter. I'm off camera again.
And I'm Kenny. That all rhymed. Do you see that?
yeah,
If you liked us, check us out online, techheads.me. You can check out our Twitter, our Facebook, and yeah, just send us a message. You want us to do like a topic, I'm guessing, like we could just take anything.
We'll be here.
Yeah. Till then.